Happy Hump Day. Good Wednesday morning. Yeah, I know. It feels like a Friday. 32 and a wind chill in the low 20s. So that's what you want to dress for as you're heading out. We have clouds sticking around, even a few flakes and flurries through the morning hours and through the late morning and afternoon. We thin the clouds out. 37 the afternoon high. And again, cloudy becoming mostly sunny. Kim?
All right, not bad, Brandon. Here's a look at your commute this morning. A couple problems to warn you about. Over on eastbound I-94, we have an accident right at Conyers that is blocking the right shoulder. Expect a slowdown there. Also on the westbound I-96 express lanes right at Southfield Freeway, your right shoulder is blocked.
Boy, does this giveaway campaign catch your attention.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? It's a Florida radio station that's running a very unusual contest. They say that you can win a baby.
So it's B103.9's latest giveaway, all about giving the gift of life just in time for the holiday season. Radio personality Big Mama, came up with the idea after doing in vitro fertilization, IVF, while the wife struggled to get pregnant.
We have decided to give away an IVF cycle in hopes of making somebody a new mom and dad for the holiday season.
Okay, so Big Mama apparently is a man at that radio station. People have until Friday at midnight to enter for their chance to win IVF treatment.
And they are very expensive, so whoever wins that,
they're getting hooked up.
They're getting hooked up for
if
sure.
You struggle to conceive, you probably know how expensive that can be.
Yeah.
So. It is 5:27, and coming up, new changes coming to the restaurant IHOP. We'll tell you what's being done to make getting breakfast that much easier and quicker, we should add.
Also ahead, the future of the Gordie Howe Bridge, what a judge ruled that may have construction back on schedule. We'll be right back.
Get live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
It's a controversial request. There's a packed house in Ann Arbor as the University of Michigan considers the white supremacist request to speak to supporters on campus.
Plus, today, former USA Olympic and also MSU gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar is expected to plead guilty to sex assault. Meanwhile, a third Olympic gold medalist also comes forward claiming abuse.
And Brandon is talking some flakes this morning. And we're not talking the dandruff kind, flakes and flurries as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow.
Yes, as we were taking a live look at Woodward Avenue, already seeing like the bleachers are set up and some of the viewing areas for the parade. It's going to be a beautiful morning for the parade. A little crisp, but Brandon, I think the parade company is probably the happiest. They don't have to worry about the elements that make it their job's a little tricky.
Yeah, the rain and the snow and the wind, really big problems. And I don't think we're going to have any of those issues. Just going to need a layer or two extra. Going to be cool, as is normal this time of year, right? The end of November. 32 degrees right now. Very similar conditions tomorrow, but I think the winds are going to be a little bit lighter. Right now, northwest winds are 10. So the wind chills are in the low middle 20s. Not a dramatic drop, but through the day, our temps are struggling. Those northwest winds dragging in cool air throughout the day. Lake effect clouds producing some flakes and flurries through maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. 35 at noon. We're seeing more and more sunshine through the afternoon. Only 37 degrees, the high temperature. If you are heading to family to the west and north today, we need to watch out for some slightly heavier snow showers through central and northern lower, and through the afternoon it could be a little bit heavier across western lower, but no real heavy snows out there. We'll take a look at other travel areas of concern coming up, plus your parade forecast in a few minutes, Kim.
Ooh, all right. Thank you, Brandon. All right, well, we do have wet roadways out there because of that rain we had yesterday, so it is a little slippery out there. Just keep that in mind as you head out the door. Also, watch out for this accident over on westbound I-96 express lanes right at Southfield Freeway here. You can see we have those flashing lights. That is blocking your right shoulder, but as you can see from this traffic cam here, very light traffic volume, so we're not seeing any backups in that area. Also, another accident over on eastbound I-94 right at Connor. The right shoulder is blocked there. Not seeing much of a delay there as well. Just keep that in mind. Use caution while approaching that area. And then over on 8 Mile, we do have construction on the westbound lanes between Groesbeck and Ryan Road. Expect 2 lanes blocked there until 3 p.m. You may see a slowdown there. Over to you.
All righty, Kim, thank you. It is 5:33 now, and today Larry Nassar is expected to plead guilty to multiple charges of sexual assault.
A hearing that's been on the books since last week. Nassar is charged with 15 first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges and faces 25 years in prison.
Local 4's Nick Monticelli has been following this story for us. He joins us now with the very latest. Nick?
Deborah, good morning to you. This, as some would call it, would be the end of one chapter in this saga that's going to go on for quite some time. But we are learning that at this plea hearing today, where Nassar is expected to admit to what he has allegedly done, there will be some of those victims, some of those gymnasts in the courtroom to hear it firsthand. The saga of Dr. Larry Nassar is complicated at best, with several different layers. Yesterday, U.S. gymnast Gabby Douglas came forward saying she too is a victim of sexual abuse, allegedly at the hands of Nassar, writing on Instagram, "I did not publicly share my experiences as well as many other things because for years we were conditioned to stay silent, and honestly, some things were extremely painful." Douglas is the third from USA's 2012 gold-winning team to come forward. Another is Allie Raisman.
I think he's a monster, and I think it is so disturbing to me what he did to me and so many other people. This is so much bigger than just me. I mean, it's such a horrific thing to happen. Nassar is accused of sexually assaulting hundreds of girls while serving as a team doctor for Team USA at Michigan State or a local gymnastics center in Dimondale. But despite the hundreds of victims coming forward, today's plea deal only focuses on a few local victims, like Rachel DeHollander, who in court described the abuse.
It felt very uncomfortable, very humiliating and very degrading.
Why did it feel like that?
Because it was so intimate. Because he was where no one was supposed to be. But my presumption was this is what I needed to do to get better.
Nassar is charged with 22 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and was scheduled to go to trial on December 4th. Instead, he is expected to take this plea deal today and can expect a minimum sentence of 25 years. Now, I should point out that this is all happening in Ingham County for the charges he is facing, but there is a separate case going on in Eaton County. He is expected to take a plea deal there as well and should be in court there 1 week from today. We are live this morning. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
And of course, we'll continue to follow this one. Nick, I do remember that that Nassar was also charged with possession of child pornography. Are there any details on that?
Yeah, so he was allegedly found with about 37,000 images of child pornography. The victims in that case ranging from ages 6 to around 12 years old. But he also took a plea deal in that case, and he should be sentenced on that on December 7th.
All righty. Very disturbing. Nick Monticelli reporting live for us this morning. Nick, thank you. Well, as you can see, their tensions are rising in Ann Arbor as the University of Michigan officials discuss whether or not they want to allow white supremacist Richard Spencer to come and speak on campus.
Yes, at an open meeting there at the university, the students and the faculty were able to voice their concerns. Many are worried that allowing Spencer and his followers to hold a rally on campus would only incite violence on the campus. But the president, Mark Schlissel, also has said he has decided to hear them out.
I made the difficult decision to begin discussions with Richard Spencer's group to determine whether he will be allowed to rent space on the University of Michigan campus.
According to the university's president, they cannot legally block Spencer's request to speak based solely on the content of his speech.
Well, after spending 7 months in jail, the Northville doctor accused of mutilating the genitalia of young women is now free. 44-year-old Jumana Nagarwala was released after 16 of her friends came to federal court and pledged to pay the largest unsecured bond in Detroit federal court history. The group put up $4.5 million in property on her behalf. Nagarwala was released with a GPS tether and faces life in prison if she is in fact convicted. Over to Macomb County now. More trouble unveiling itself for County Clerk Karen Springer.
Well, last night the AFSCME Union Council filed a motion to hold her in contempt of court. The motion claims that Springer violated a court order by interfering with a union steward's ability to do her job. AFSCME says that the steward noticed a non-union employee doing a union job and wanted to take corrective action, but Springer told her to go home. We're following the order. Be sure to stay with Local 4. We'll keep you updated on what happens there. Meanwhile, a Local 4 update on threats we told you about just last week against multiple Michigan houses of worship. It all started with a suspicious package containing an unloaded handgun and a map with several addresses on it. The addresses were marked with the word Target and included religious locations. The FBI says that all recovered evidence and leads suggest the possibility of a civil dispute in southeast Michigan. Authorities say that the threats are credible and people attending these houses of worship are safe. The investigation continues this morning into that Orion Township massive gas line explosion that happened on Monday night. Consumers Energy is still trying to figure out just what caused that gas line that led to break, that led to the blast. Sky 4 was over the aftermath, and as you can see, there is an 18-foot crater left behind and a lot of singed trees and brush. The section of the pipe that ruptured was removed and is being analyzed. No one was hurt. The U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. rejected the latest appeal from the Maroon organization on Tuesday, one that's been trying to block the Gordie Howe International Bridge project for years. The Maroons argue that they have exclusive rights to operate a crossing over the Detroit River, but officials in D.C. disagree. Construction of the new Gordie Howe Bridge is expected to begin later next year. Still ahead, proof that age is nothing but a number. Find out how old one school's favorite volunteer is.
Yeah, it'll actually surprise you. Plus, a burger that is the color of the rainbow. Check this out. We'll tell you how a burger cafe is turning their sandwiches into different colors. Welcome back, everybody. It is 5:43, and just a big reminder, you can start your Thanksgiving morning with us.
Oh, yes. Our Local 4 News Today team will kick off our live coverage of America's Thanksgiving Parade with a big old preview live from Hockeytown. It starts at 6 a.m. We'll also be at the float staging area along the parade route with Brandon and Kim. The broadcast continues all the way to the start of the parade. We have a parade preview kicking off at 8 a.m. The parade itself starts at 9. Of course, you can watch at home. That's a great tradition for a lot of families, but watching it live in person, there's nothing better.
Real quick, favorite float?
Ooh. That's tough.
That is a tough one.
Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah. You know what? I think for me last year, it wasn't a float, but it was Lear's float presentation.
Yeah.
I got no. Lear's was awesome too because they had the choir from DAS, Detroit Academy of Arts and Sciences. Theirs was cool, but the flag, it was Shinola.
Very nice.
Shinola, and they had all of their employees and volunteers holding the flag and ruffling that flag down Woodward, and it takes your breath away.
That's awesome.
Mine would be
it really does.
Hermit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know, it reminds me of my childhood and that kind of thing. And there's a new one. I'm not going to give it away. It's a fresh float, but kind of in the same vein that you've not seen before.
Cool. How about you, Brandon?
Hi-ho, Brandon Rue here. Let's get into the weather.
You are too good at that.
I know.
Let's take a look at what we have going on out there. I was trying to think if I know any other Kermit phrases. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog is the only one I know. This is Local 4 Storm Pins, and this is an app we want to, part of our beard giveaway, we're asking you to put pictures of your beards up in addition to great weather pictures, pet pictures, whatever you have, let us have it. This is a great shot on our Local 4 Storm Pins. I need to back up and take a look here. This was out of the Ypsilanti area yesterday. The beginning of the day was beautiful yesterday, and then the rain and even a little wintry mix all at the wrong time during that evening drive. Currently, the 4 zones are in the upper 20s and low 30s, but we watch this gold bar on the bottom. This is your wind chill. Feels like 24 outside your door in most of Metro Zone. Ann Arbor in the West Zone, 31, feels like 21. 29 in Pontiac feels like 20. We do have some teens for wind chills in some of our north zone. Clouds early today and cool. Temperatures staying very close to where they are now. A few flakes, a few flurries. If you're driving north, you'll see more of that. But by late morning into the afternoon, here comes the sun. Here doesn't come the warmth, however. 35 at noon, 37 as good as it gets today. With these northwest winds that are 7 to 12 or 13, dragging in lake-enhanced clouds, and We're getting only a few flakes and flurries, but if you're driving through the Saginaw Valley up through Gladwin, Grayling, seeing some slightly heavier snow showers there. A little tricky travel along I-75 as you head over the hills and through the woods to grandmother's house today. Just watch out for that. Also, minor delay potential as we get onto the eastern seaboard here with a system riding right up the coast as mainly rain, but into D.C., New York, Boston throughout the day. Minor issues there with perhaps some delays on this busy travel day. That's about all that we have. Tomorrow, along the parade route, very similar to this morning, clouds early, right around 30 degrees. So we've got a couple of layers on. Through the day, we do get more and more sun. 40 will be your Thanksgiving afternoon high temperature. Black Friday shopping, how about 48. It'll be a little chilly in the morning, but overall not bad. And late Friday, or more likely the overnight hours early Saturday, a little light rain or wintry mix, but I think we're mostly dry most of the weekend. Kim and your 4 Live traffic.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Well, we are looking a little bit better than we were in my last report. We had that accident over on I-96. That has just cleared, so good news there. But still have one accident here over on eastbound I-94 right at Connor. That is blocking your right shoulder. But as you can see from our maps here, we still have a whole lot of green there, so we're not seeing a big backup. Just be careful while approaching that way. Also, the roads are wet because we did have all that rain yesterday. So as you're headed out the door this morning, watch out for pooling and ponding. Could be a little slick out there. And I also want to let you know about some construction over on the north and southbound lanes of the Lodge between Grand River and Forest. Expect 1 lane block there between 9 and 3. Also on the southbound lanes of the Lodge right at Chicago Boulevard, 1 lane block there, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. Time now is 5:48. Let's get into some stories that you might have missed, starting with this one about Coca-Cola. Apparently, they're putting a new spin on the old classic.
So the popular soda company is testing a new cola recipe sweetened with stevia instead of sugar outside of the U.S. next year. The drink will contain no sugar and 0 calories. The company says that it's unlike previous attempts at using stevia as a sugar substitute because this drink won't have the aftertaste of artificial sweeteners, which is usually the issue with those.
So what's the difference between that and a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke?
I'm not a Coke drinker.
Me
I'm not
either.
a pop drinker, so I really couldn't tell you.
Well, hopefully you will like it. At least that's what they're hoping. Let's talk about this 100-year-old Wisconsin man. He's known as Grandpa Fred, and he is a faithful volunteer at his local elementary school.
So sweet. Fred Lydell. He comes to Scheck Elementary School twice a week by bike to read to kindergartners and has been doing so for the last 10 years.
Since he was 90.
Yes, he also pays a visit to the local high school each year so that students can interview him for a living history project. Grandpa Fred will be 101 years old on December 3rd. So
man,
big happy birthday to him. Wow.
That's awesome.
And it keeps him young too. Having that interaction with children is very important. So
definitely.
Good for him.
Well, Christmas came early for one 6-year-old boy from San Antonio, Texas this week.
Yes, Patrick Perez is his name, and he was born without a left hand. But now, thanks to the help of a 3D printer and a student with an idea, Patrick is learning how to use his new prosthetic hand. A freshman at the School of Science and Technology created Patrick's hand for free.
Wow.
So far, the school has provided 4 prosthetic hands for people across the country.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Be able to hold that jar of Play-Doh.
Yeah. Good for him.
He's very excited about that.
You bet. Time now is 5:50, everybody, here on your Wednesday morning ahead of the big Thanksgiving holiday. And coming up, we have a movie theater warning.
And what's happening while you watch that has some medical experts concerned. That more when we come right back. You're watching Local 4 News Today.
Dr. McJoy.
Hey, good Wednesday morning. It's not super cold or super windy, but it's cool and just a little breezy. So we have Howell with a wind chill of 19. 24 is the wind chill at Metro Airport, Mount Clemens. It feels like 21 out your door. And as we head through the day, temps struggle. Northwest winds are with us, and that's bringing a few flakes around this morning and clouds, but more and more sun through the afternoon. Kim, only middle 30s today.
Brr, make sure to bundle up, everyone. Okay, well, good news. We are clear with accidents now. That one on 94 has just cleared. But I want to let you know about this. The Windsor Tunnel is back open now. As you know, it's been closed for construction, so feel free to get to Canada by using the Windsor Tunnel. Over to you.
Thank you, Kim. In our All for Pets segment this morning, you might be able to teach an old dog new tricks even while they're sleeping.
Researchers measured brain activity in dogs and found that dogs can learn while they're sleeping. The study is part of a larger study to understand how dogs' memories change with age. Scientists are hoping that the results will aid in understanding of human cognitive aging. How are they able to determine
I don't know if I believe that, but okay. It is 5:54, everybody. Let's talk about IHOP, the restaurant chain rolling out a nationwide online ordering service starting this week, in fact. Most U.S. restaurants will accept online to-go orders through the IHOP.com website. Earlier this year, the restaurant chain introduced custom packaging to ensure its to-go customers receive restaurant-quality food. IHOP is also testing delivery service in select cities through Amazon and DoorDash. They even plan to have a mobile app by the end of the year. There's no word yet on if they're offering that here in Metro Detroit.
Ever been to a movie theater and thought it was just too loud? Well, it probably was. While the cold weather creeps in, many people will be heading to the theaters for something to do out of the cold. So how loud really are movies? Well, audiologists say that the volume level in the theater can peak to dangerous levels, but in order to do permanent damage, you would have to endure it for many more hours than the length of a movie. Experts say that over-the-counter hearing protection like earplugs can help to slightly reduce noise volume, but then you may not be able to hear the movie.
No.
So.
Okay. One teenager's new cafe is all the rage in Tripoli, Libya, thanks to her one-of-a-kind spin on the common hamburger.
Yes, Yara Al-Sharif is her name, and she's been running her own cafe for only 3 months, but La Mer Cafe has already created quite the buzz around town. Sharif is serving up colored hamburgers with the dough for the buns mixed with vegetable extracts to give them a little something extra. So far, many customers have given the cafe and the novelty burgers a positive review.
So it's just the burger?
Just the bun.
Just the bun?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different, you know. You gotta have a niche. You gotta stand out. And apparently, it's working for her business.
They got the rainbow bagels in New York, so why not have?
I mean, we're talking about a Tripoli, Libya restaurant here in Detroit. So
how far is Tripoli, Libya from Detroit?
We're probably not going to get there anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. It's 5:56, everybody. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock. Local stories for you from Dearborn, Romulus, and Detroit.
Plus, some good news before you hit the road for the holiday. Gas prices are trending down. Why you can expect to see lower prices all weekend.
Some good news there. And do you ever wonder why you feel so full after Thanksgiving dinner? Well, it's because you eat too much.
Right.
And we're going to tell you about the many mistakes that you make that goes way past overeating as you're getting ready to eat for Thanksgiving. We have that and more when we come right back here.
But don't we love that full feeling?
Battle of the Band, live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Pleading guilty, disgraced U.S. gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar set to confess to sexually assaulting young athletes. The deal that's in place and what it means for his victims.
And I'm Nick Monticelli, live inside of DTW. A live look at what the lines are like, what you can expect on this busy holiday travel day, and also a change for those of you who are using Uber and Lyft. Brandon.
Thanks, Nick. A pretty decent line there at the airport, but luckily our roadways after yesterday are drying out. We'll show you where you may run into a little bit of travel trouble.
Yeah, I was looking at that long line at Metro Airport too. Folks are up and out early this morning. Definitely going to be a busy travel day. So if you are heading to the airport, you want to arrive early.
The good news is that if you're traveling by car this morning, we're going to talk about gas prices and them going down. So that is a little bit exciting for once.
It is. So
right?
Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. For a lot of folks, it's a Friday, gearing up for the holiday weekend.
And for everybody else, well, us, it is Wednesday.
Just a Wednesday.
This is your average Wednesday as we're gearing up for the parade.
Yes.
At least that's going to be a fun day.
I know.
And then, of course, Black Friday on Friday. So, yeah. It's Thanksgiving Eve.
Let's get over to Brandon. Talk about this all-important travel day forecast.
Another Eve. I love it. Yeah, Thanksgiving Eve today, which makes it feel like that Friday, which means many of us will be working the weekend. Thursday, Friday. Here's a live look at Mount Clemens, and it is 31 degrees out there right now. We are tracking a few flakes and flurries. These northwest winds at 13 are dragging in some clouds, some flurries, some flakes, also keeping the wind chills down. So low 30s feeling like low 20s as you head out. And look, as we head through the day, not warming up much. We will get into some sun through the afternoon hours, even the late morning and afternoon, but only 37 degrees, your high temperature today. You see more trouble as you head north. If you're heading to grandma's house, to family, anywhere up north today, you're going to run into some heavier snow along I-75 near Gladwin, Grayling, Traverse City area, seeing some heavier lake effect snow showers, so watch out for that. Kim, any trouble here?
Oh, we did have some trouble earlier, but right now we are accident free. Take a look at the big picture here. We've got a bunch of green on our maps, which means we're good to go this morning. Here is a look at your commute over on I-96 right at Southfield Freeway. Very quiet still. Maybe some people are taking Wednesday off this holiday week as well. I don't know, you never know, but we do have that big parade tomorrow. We've been talking all about it. We've got closures to warn you about for those of you who travel in the downtown area. I'll tell you all about those closures coming up at 6:14. Rhonda.
All right, Kim, thank you. We are continuing to follow breaking news out of East Asia this morning. That is where a U.S. Navy plane carrying 11 crew and passengers has crashed into the Pacific Ocean just southeast of Okinawa Island, Japan. Japanese officials say 8 people have been found so far in good condition. Search and rescue efforts continue for the other 3 passengers. Local 4, we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Meanwhile, former USA Gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar is expected to plead guilty to multiple charges of sexual assault today. Nassar is being charged with 15 first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges, and he faces up to 25 years in prison. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to hear more about the latest allegations against him.
The House Ethics Committee is investigating longtime Democrat and Michigan Congressman John Conyers this morning after allegations of sexual harassment have come out. BuzzFeed News says that Conyers' office settled a harassment complaint worth $27,000 back in 2015. The former staffer was reportedly paid the money after being fired for rejecting Conyers' sexual advances. The congressman does admit that there was a settlement, but denies the allegation, and he said that he's fully prepared to cooperate with the ethics investigation. Meanwhile, an editorial from the Detroit Free Press is calling for Congressman Conyers' resignation, citing his use of taxpayer dollars to bury the scandal. No response from him on that just yet. Veteran news anchor Charlie Rose has been fired by both PBS and CBS after 8 women have come forward with allegations of sexual misconduct. Now, the women accused him of groping, they accused him of lewd phone calls, and even walking around naked in their presence. The allegations are all related to the Charlie Rose Show, which PBS canceled after the decision to fire him was made by CBS. Now, Charlie Rose has since publicly apologized and has even accepted responsibility for his behavior.
The man charged, I should say, with attempted sexual assault of a jogger in Hines Park last September admitted in court to the crime. 30-year-old Floyd Galloway Jr. accepted a plea deal after declining it twice before and explained to the court what happened that day.
Hitting her and choking her. I did all of this in order to have sex with her. After a few minutes, I got off of her, let her go, and I ran away. I did not have sex with her.
Galloway admitted to kidnapping, sexual assault, and strangulation. In exchange for the deal, prosecutors dropped an assault with intent to murder charge. This deal will send Galloway to prison for at least 16 years. Galloway has also been named as the person of interest in the disappearance of Danielle Stislicki. She worked at the MetLife office in Southfield, where Galloway also worked as a security guard. Stislicki's mother was in court on Tuesday and had a message for Galloway.
We will not give up. We are here and we are not going to give up.
Danielle Stislicki has been missing since December 2nd of 2016.
The plan to swap city land with Wayne County to move the failed jail site out of downtown and into Midtown took a major step forward. Detroit City Council members voted in its favor 7-1. The deal would have Detroit swap out city land just north of downtown for the site of the old American Motors headquarters on the city's west side. But before anything goes much further, the Wayne County Commission must also approve the deal. It is 6:05 now, and if you haven't hit the road yet for Thanksgiving, get ready for some traffic as you head out the door.
Yeah, still have a lot of friends out there with you. AAA is expecting a record number of Americans to hit the road, with 1.6 million being right here in Michigan. And nearly 9 out of 10 Thanksgiving travelers will be doing so by car, but that still means thousands will be traveling by air, as evidenced by the lines behind Nick Monticelli this morning, live at Metro Airport. And Nick, there may be some problems for those that are coming and going in terms of once they've landed.
Yeah, if you're trying to get an Uber or a Lyft to or from the airport, it may be a challenge. We'll go into that in just a few moments, but the last time we were live on TV, it was 5:12, and this place was empty. 45 minutes later, boom, look at all the lines, look at all the happy holiday travelers. They don't mind this at all. I may be just embellishing a little bit, but this is kind of normal on a Thanksgiving Eve for everyone to come here and go through. This is actually just a line to go through TSA. These folks have already checked in. They already have their tickets. Hopefully they have the tickets. Otherwise, this is starting all over again. So if you are traveling this Wednesday, look at this line and realize that you might want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. Now, as we mentioned just a few moments ago, if you are landing here at DTW, there's something you need to know. Uber and Lyft, they're actually banning some drivers because they're not following the rules. So that might make it a little more difficult for you to get a ride.
The airport is trying to push us out of here.
Lyft and Uber drivers are not feeling welcome at Metro Airport.
When you pull in, the attendant that greets you at the window that you must stop at typically greets you with an attitude.
From surly airport employees to fender benders with contracted car services.
Uber cars getting hit by them, and they're saying, oh, you're in my way.
Things are getting nasty at a very lucrative time.
This is a holiday weekend. This is the weekend we make money.
Drivers say dozens of them on Friday got word they could not work at Metro, and by Monday they heard that number was in the hundreds. Why? Lyft and Uber drivers illegally picking up fares at the curb instead of down in the designated rideshare area.
They just told me I picked up curbside, but I've never picked up curbside.
Terry and some others say they are innocent, yet still got on the ban list. An airport source familiar with the situation says authorities are catching rideshare drivers breaking the curbside rule, but drivers say sometimes people just jump in.
That happens to you, people jump in?
Absolutely, they try to jump in, and I have a minivan, so when you pull the side, you know, I try to immediately shut it back.
Lyft did issue a statement saying the issue has been addressed, and we are now reviewing the impacted drivers in order to reinstate their airport access where warranted.
Without these airport runs, we'll lose our job.
So just know that if you're using Uber or Lyft to get to the airport, or if you're being picked up here later after the holidays, that might become an issue. Again, looking at all these lines, just know as well that, well, you're going to want to pack your patience. Now, Everard and Rhonda, I think I've come up with a solution for holiday travel. There's a couple of first-class tickets left. I'm going to use my corporate card, charge it, and just take off.
Your wife will kill you. Not happening. On behalf of your family, when you wrap up there, you're going to have to head on home.
Good luck with that, Nick.
I saw a couple of guys there in shorts. I'm like, you know they're going somewhere warm.
Of course they are.
All right, Nick, thank you.
Well, if you are worried about traffic here in Michigan, be glad that you don't live here. Can you imagine Kim DiGiulio having to give a traffic report for this?
It's always worse somewhere else. This is video from LA last night. Bumper to bumper traffic for miles. I have a cousin that lives there. I think he's like, oh, I go about 7 miles. It takes me 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Same with New York as well.
Yeah, you know? Chicago, you name it.
Yeah,
not too bad here. It was a massive cover-up after a massive hack.
Coming up, whether or not you should be concerned about the Uber hack. We got details on that. Plus, Jason following some sad news out of Hollywood this morning.
Yeah, it boggles the mind how many celebrities are passing away in their 60s. Many of us grew up watching him, and it's likely he stole a heart or two from a girl you know. This morning, we are remembering the Partridge Family's David Cassidy.
It's 4. Welcome back, everybody. Happening today for the 31st year in a row, Leon's Family Dining is hosting their free Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, people can head on over to their Dearborn location and grab a free meal for the holidays. This all starts at 2 p.m. and it ends at 7. We're back in a minute.
Welcome back, everybody. Some sad news out of Hollywood. Former teen heartthrob David Cassidy has passed away.
Yeah, let's go over to Jason because he had quite the following.
Yeah, Cassidy shot to stardom when he starred in the 1970s sitcom The Partridge Family, and with his wholesome charm, boyish good looks, and his voice, he captured the hearts of a generation. Take a listen.
I think I love you.
Born in 1950 in New York City to acting parents, Cassidy knew he belonged on the stage from an early age. He found work in plays until 1970 when he landed the role that made him a teen idol. For 4 seasons, he starred as Keith on The Partridge Family, building legions of fans, which followed him well after the show ended. But in recent months, he was diagnosed with dementia.
When friends of yours or family members begin to say to you, remember I just told you this 2 days ago, and there is no memory of it. That's when I began to be very concerned.
Cassidy said he knew the diagnosis was coming after watching his mother and grandfather die from the disease. Over the weekend, he was hospitalized with organ failure. He was just 67 years old. Some of his friends posted thoughts on Twitter. Let's take a look and see what the world is saying. Maureen McCormick, so very sad to hear of David Cassidy passing away, brokenhearted. He was always so kind and sweet to me. Our shows were both on Friday nights, and deep down I dreamt of being a partridge. His memory and love will live on in my heart forever. Love you, David. Prayers to his family. Harry Connick Jr., so sad to hear of the passing of David Cassidy. He was always so kind to me. Such a pleasure to have him on my show, sending love and prayers to his family. R.I.P. friend. And Carney Wilson, one of my first TV crushes. David Cassidy has passed away. It's terribly sad. My love goes out to his family, especially his brother Ryan, my friend. Love you. David Cassidy, gone too soon. Guys?
He will certainly be remembered fondly by so many. Thanks, Jason.
Great music, great acting, iconic hair. Jason, thank you. It is 6:15, everybody. We do want to send things over to Brandon to get a check on the forecast as we head into Thanksgiving.
And you remember our twerkies up here.
I like the one that's doing the turkey trot.
Tomorrow's turkey trot, going to be pretty good weather for you runners. Not real windy, it's going to be cool. Today, travel forecast. We don't have many problems you can see across the country, but one area in the most highly or heavily populated part of our country, the megalopolis, D.C., Philly, New York, Boston, and we have rain riding up the coast today. So could see some minor travel issues today along the eastern seaboard. And then as we head into Thanksgiving, if anybody is traveling into northern Florida, that's about the only issue that we have for you. And heading in on Friday, any travel around doesn't look too bad anywhere really, other than some showers in Florida. And that's where they belong. If you're trying to get away from great Michigan weather, you go down there, you should be rained on. Not really. Here's a look at temperatures right now. 29 in Pontiac and Lapeer. 30 in Ann Arbor. It's 29 in Howell as well, 32 Grosse Ile and Harrow, Ontario. Our numbers are 6 to 12 degrees cooler here at the 6 o'clock hour than it was 24 hours ago. Had that cold front with the rain come through, and now we're feeling the effects of it. And the northwest winds are up there at, 10, 12 miles an hour. So we do have some wind chills in the upper teens to low 20s, which is what you want to dress for. We keep the clouds, a few flakes and flurries around here in the morning, but we do clear out late morning, midday, 35 degrees, not warming up much, 37, that's about it, but it'll be nice and bright. If you are driving north here in state today, some heavier pockets of snow across central and northern lower, so watch out for that. Tomorrow will be very similar for the parade. We're looking at clouds early, around 30 degrees on Woodward, so a couple of layers, a good idea, but we'll get some afternoon sun and 40. It'll be pretty nice. Also for Black Friday, shopping looks pretty good. Your Hanson's weather window. Well, you can recognize this from anywhere. Of course, this is a Christmas tree. Outside Comerica Park, right?
Yes.
Beautiful shot downtown Detroit for your Hanson's weather window. Speaking of beautiful, how's our traffic?
The commute is beautiful this morning. Actually, we don't have any problems to report at this time. We just have to talk about some closures, and these aren't due to accidents. These are due to that parade that's happening tomorrow. Closures will actually be starting today. So here's where you should expect limited access. You can expect it on Cass, West Grand Boulevard, Warren, and John R. And those will begin all at noon. Also, Woodward will be closing down today starting at 1 o'clock, and that is going to be closed from West Grand Boulevard to Warren. So if you do travel in the downtown area, you want to keep that in mind. And now I just want to show you what your commute looks like this morning if you are headed to work with our 1-800-CALL-SAM-CHOPPER shot. I don't know if you guys were watching a few minutes ago and you saw that LA traffic. Well, thankfully, that is not what we're dealing with right now. It looks really good out here. I-75 right at 12 Mile. Still pretty light traffic volumes. Maybe people taking an extra day off a little early this holiday week, but we are good to go this Wednesday morning. Over to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. In today's consumer headlines, Starbucks has rolled out a new hot cocoa flavor. Plus, talk about an early Christmas gift just in time for all this traveling. Gas prices are going down. But first, let's talk about this Uber hack cover-up. Aaron Aid in from Maribel live from New York with more. Good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda. Uber was hacked late last year by two people who accessed the information of over 57 million accounts. According to Uber, user information from names to email addresses and phone numbers were compromised. The hack also includes drivers with more than 600,000 driver's license numbers stolen. Despite occurring in late 2016, the company did not report the hack until yesterday. Uber says no credit card or location information was stolen. Gas prices are at a 3-year high, but they're edging downwards, providing a bit of relief for Thanksgiving holiday travelers. Consumer information app Gas Buddy is projecting a national average price of $2.53 a gallon for the Thanksgiving holiday. That would be the highest since 2014, but still far below the all-time high of $3.44 in 2012. Gas prices are edging down as the effects of the recent hurricanes begin to subside. And Starbucks has a new hot chocolate beverage. It's made with the non-dairy milk alternative almond milk. It's called the Toffee Almond Milk Hot Cocoa, and it's made with steamed almond milk, mocha syrup, and toffee nut syrup, and it's topped with whipped cream and a crunchy brulee. Pretty good. The new beverage is available now at participating Starbucks stores in the U.S. and Canada. That's the latest from the NASDAQ market site in New York. Back over to you guys.
All right, Aaron, thank you, and that does sound good. Time now is 6:20, and you are going to love our pet of the week, a full breed Commodore.
No, it's not a llama.
Look at that beautiful face. Just a happy dog will make any family just joyful if they can bring this little girl home.
Looks so soft as well. Before we go to break, we want to introduce you to today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Heather Kruger. She's from Troy, and she is married with 3 boys who are all pictured there in this photo. She tells us that she works at the Royal Oak Courthouse and enjoys playing outside with her boys and enjoys long walks.
Well, all right. We want to mail you a $25 gift card, compliments of our friends over at National Coney Island, just for being our friend of the day. And anyone else can become our friend of the day as well. But you have to start by liking the Local 4 Facebook page and following the link on the Friend of the Day tab. Have a great day, Heather. We're back with weather and traffic and our pet of the week.
Some festive flakes and flurries flying around Metro Detroit. Nothing really going to be problematic, slowing you down if you're heading to work or perhaps if you're heading south, heading out of town. But if you're heading north today, up to the cabin or to see family, some slightly heavier snow showers to watch out for central and northern lower. These northwest winds have our wind chills in the 20s and highs only in the 30s. But Kim, we'll get some sun by late morning and afternoon.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Well, here's a look at your commute right now on the Lodge right at Evergreen. We are accident-free this Wednesday morning. Oh, and we have such a treat for you today. This is Lilo, and Patrice is joining us today. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to tell that she was here if this carpet were white right now.
No, stand up, sweetie.
She's so sweet. How old is she?
She's about 6 months old.
6 months old. And you said she's not full grown?
She's not full grown.
So
she's going to get up to 80 to 100 pounds.
Wow. Well,
she's a purebred. She's an unusual breed. Her breed is called Commodore.
Oh,
so
and everyone thinks that you can't adopt a purebred dog.
Oh, yeah.
When you're adopting, but you actually can. Here's an example of that. You were telling me that she's good with other dogs.
Right, she's
and
good
cats.
with other dogs, kids. But the thing is, they really want her to be adopted in a rural area.
She needs
not,
a big piece of
areas,
land.
right, where she can herd and move around, and she wants to work. This is a working dog. She needs something to do.
Oh, well, she's so sweet. And get this, even Evrod came over.
I know, we got to get a
petting
picture.
her. We'll get a picture.
Right, we'll have to get a picture.
So you know this is a nice dog if Evrod accepts. So definitely call to adopt Lilo. You can call Forever Tails Animal Rescue at 248-834-3387. You are going to make such a good dog, Joe.
And she will have dreads. When she gets older, her fur will turn into little dreads, like a little Bob Marley.
Ooh.
So she will have dreads.
Well, she's
This is a puppy coat that she has now, right?
Okay, well, thank you so much, Patrice. Back to you guys.
Wow, what an awesome dog.
And she is as soft as she looks.
Yes, and so much personality.
It is 6:26, everybody. Next at 6:30, local stories for you from Northville, Ann Arbor, and Van Buren Township.
Plus, the head of Disney Pixar is taking a leave of absence after a report details allegations against him. We'll tell you more about that.
And there are new developments into that massive gas line explosion in Oakland County. We'll tell you what we've learned when we come back.
The holiday. Good morning, everyone. The Lions face the Vikings tomorrow at Ford Field. Minnesota now favored by 3, and they hold a 2-game lead on the Lions in the North. We've got highlights of the Lions working out in Allen Park yesterday. They win this game, they're right back in the divisional race. Matthew Stafford said yesterday, playing on Thanksgiving is his kind of day.
I mean, you're playing a division opponent in a nationally televised game. On a short week, guys are going to be, riding off adrenaline there for a little bit, and it's always fun. I love playing on Thanksgiving, and playing a division opponent's a lot of fun.
All right, college basketball last night in Hawaii. Michigan wiped out Chaminade 102-64 in the Maui Classic. We've got highlights second half. Chaminade with the ball. Charles Matthews with the block. Michigan turns it around on the run. They'll get it down court. Duncan Robinson's waiting. He's going to nail the three-pointer. He had 14. Michigan led it 54-31. Later in the half, Michigan on the run. Alley-oop coming up to big Mo Wagner for the slam. He had 10. Michigan beats Chaminade by 38. I'm Bernie Smolitz. We'll see you later today at 5, 6, and 11.
Can't miss. Live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
This morning, a plea deal in place of Dr. Larry Nassar, the U.S. gymnastics doctor, ready to tell the public he's guilty of sexually assaulting dozens of young athletes.
Plus, controversy on campus. A white supremacist request to speak at the University of Michigan, drawing some criticism from students and the community. Brandon?
Well, we were watching some trouble on the eastern seaboard, a little bit of rain over in New York. It gets a little bit heavier as you look down south here, and then the weather sort of spreads out from there.
Oh, yeah.
Judges?
Forecast. The crowd roars. Nice, Brandon.
Very well done as
Yes.
we head into Thanksgiving tomorrow.
I know, it's tomorrow.
Here.
It's here, yes.
What are you guys eating?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
All the traditional turkey dressing, macaroni and
Dressing.
cheese, greens,
not
green
stuffing.
beans, pet peach cobbler, sweet potato pie.
Dang, Rhonda.
Did I miss anything?
No, you've named all of the Thanksgiving food.
Okay.
You missed a thing. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue.
Oh, ham.
Well, there you go.
Forgot
That
the ham,
too.
Brandon.
You've got a feast plan, I'm sure.
Yes, we do, the whole thing, and then, you know, I hand out the hammer and the Phillips head screwdriver to everybody at the end of the meal. We got to make new holes in the belt, you know, loosen things up. 31 degrees outside your door right now. Just a few festive flakes flying, but well, looking at these northwest winds at 13 because it knocks the wind chill down to about 21 degrees as you head out. And you look over in Pontiac, central Oakland County up into Flint, teens for wind chills, low 20s everywhere else. So that's what you need to dress for as you are heading out and about today. Unfortunately, not going to get a whole lot warmer thanks to these northwest winds. They're not going to be real strong, but they're dragging in cool air, lake effect cloud cover, and flakes and flurries around here through about 9, 10 o'clock this morning. And then we're going to start to see some midday sun, only 37 degrees though through the afternoon, even with that sunshine. If you are heading north on I-75, you're okay as you get through Saginaw, but north of there, we're tracking some light to moderate snow as you head up to see family today. Again, this will be a bigger problem during the morning. morning hours, but just watch out for that as you head north. Our roads were a mess yesterday during the evening drive. Kim, how are we looking now?
Oh, so much better than yesterday. Yes, I was driving during that evening commute. Not a fun place to be, which was on the roads. But right now we are good to go. Take a look here on our maps if you're headed out the door. Right now we have no accidents to report for your morning commute, or maybe you are doing your holiday travel right now. And good news for those of you who are traveling to and from Canada. The Windsor Tunnel is back open now, so feel free to use that today. Also, we want to take a look at our 1-800 Call Sam Chopper shot. And here's a look at what it looks like outside. Here's the Lodge at I-94, and traffic volumes are starting to build, but still not very crowded. We are good to go this morning. Over to you.
Thank you, Kim. At 6:33 and happening today, Dr. Larry Nassar is expected to plead guilty to sexually assaulting dozens of young athletes.
And this comes as yet another Olympic gold medalist, Gabby Douglas, is accusing the doctor as well. Nick Monticelli joins us now live with more. And Nick, talk to us about what's happening in court today.
So today is going to be a plea hearing, Rhonda, where Dr. Larry Nassar is going to get in front of a judge and allegedly admit to what has happened. But you should note that this is one piece in a very complicated saga of different layers of victims. The saga of Dr. Larry Nassar is complicated at best, with several different layers. Yesterday, U.S. gymnast Gabby Douglas came forward, saying she too is a victim of sexual abuse, allegedly at the hands of Nassar. Writing on Instagram, "I did not publicly share my experiences as well as many other things because for years we were conditioned to stay silent, and honestly, some things were extremely painful." Douglas is the third from USA's 2012 gold-winning team to come forward. Another is Allie Raisman.
I think he's a monster, and I think it is so disturbing to me what he did to me and so many other people. This is so much bigger than just me. I mean, it's such a horrific thing to happen.
Nassar is accused of sexually assaulting hundreds of girls while serving as a team doctor for Team USA at Michigan State or a local gymnastics center in Diamondale. But despite the hundreds of victims coming forward, today's plea deal only focuses on a few local victims, like Rachel DeHollander, who in court described the abuse.
It felt very uncomfortable, very humiliating, and very degrading.
Why did it feel like that?
Because it was so intimate, because he was where no one was supposed to be. But my presumption was this is what I needed to do to get better.
Nassar is charged with 22 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and was scheduled to go to trial on December 4th. Instead, he is expected to take this plea deal today and can expect a minimum sentence of 25 years. Now, we are expecting some of the victims in this case to be in court today. And I should mention that this is actually part of a couple of different things. You have one case in Ingham County that's going on today. You have another case in Eaton County that's going on sometime next week. And we should mention this is a very busy area. That's why there's so many people in front of the cameras. But all of this should be wrapped up by the end of the year. We're live this morning. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
But still, it's something that a lot of these girls are going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives. Nick, thank you for the update there. It is 6:36 now, and will they or won't they allow him on campus?
Yes, that is a major question happening right now on the University of Michigan's campus regarding a well-known white nationalist and his plans to speak at the University of Michigan. And Jason, this certainly took center stage at last night's meeting.
Students as well as the surrounding community showed up to address their concerns if Richard Spencer were to be allowed to hold a rally at the university.
Just say no! Just say no! Just say no!
Those protests came after the university's president said he was undecided if Spencer would be allowed on campus. He said he would talk with Spencer's people to see if there was a safe way for him to visit. And though Mark Schlissel, the president at U of M, denounced the white nationalist hate speech, he said legally their hands are tied.
We're legally prohibited from blocking such requests based solely on the content of that speech, however sickening it is.
Spencer's possible visit comes with concerns Ann Arbor would see the same violence that we saw in Charlottesville at the alt-right rally that he helped organize. That rally ended when a car plowed into counter-protesters, killing one woman and injuring many others. This, of course, is a hot topic on our Facebook page. Let's take a look at how people are responding. Leslie says, if we don't believe in freedom of speech for those we despise, we don't believe in freedom of speech at all. Zorba says, let him talk. It's a free country. Najima says, no, no, no. First Amendment and evil cannot coexist. And Heidi adds, everyone has the right to assemble, but violence will occur. It can never be peaceful. What do you think? Let us know. Sound off on our Local 4 Facebook page. Back to you guys.
All right, Jason, thank you. I think what the students were speaking out about is just that concern that violence could erupt on their campus. So we'll see what happens. The decision has not yet been made.
It is at 6:38 now. Let's get you some stories that are making headlines all across Metro Detroit for you this morning.
And we take you to Van Buren Township, Orion Township, and also Northville. That's where the doctor accused of mutilating the genitalia of young women has been released after 7 months in jail. Dr. Jamana Nagarwala was freed after more than a dozen of her friends came to federal court yesterday and pleaded to pledge to pay the largest unsecured bond in Detroit federal court history, $4.5 million. She now has a GPS tether and is barred from living at home while the state tries to strip her parental rights.
All lanes on northbound I-275 are back open this morning after this deadly crash on Tuesday in Van Buren Township. A 30-year-old father from Sterling Heights was killed, and another man is in critical condition after the crash involving 3 trucks at Ecorse Road. This morning, the investigation continues into the cause of this crash.
The Orion Township, the investigation into the cause of that massive gas line explosion on Monday night is expected to take at least a month. Consumers Energy is still trying to figure out just what caused that gas line that led to the blast to break. Sky 4 was over the aftermath yesterday. You can see that 18-foot crater left behind along with all the singed trees and brush. The section of the pipe that ruptured was removed and is now being analyzed. Fortunately, there were no injuries and no property damage.
Overeating on Thanksgiving is practically a given, but so is that uncomfortable feeling that follows. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, what really happens when you overeat and the mistakes that make it feel even worse.
But first, dramatic video. A North Korean soldier shot while crossing border lines to South Korea. Now the country, North Korea, facing some serious accusations.
And with the high school football season coming to a close with the championships at Ford Field this weekend, we have revealed the winners of the 4 Frenzy Fan Choice Awards. For results, you can head to the 4 Frenzy page of clickondetroit.com.
4 Frenzy.
Welcome back, everybody. The U.S.-led UN Joint Strategic Command has released a dramatic video showing the desperate dash to freedom, shooting and rescue of a North Korean defector. You can see this man speeding down a tree-lined road before he crashes his Jeep. Soldiers from the north fire at him and chase him as he crosses the border. South Korean soldiers then crawl up to him and drag him to safety. The UN command says that the North violated the armistice agreement ending the Korean War by firing across and physically crossing the border in pursuit of that defector. This morning, that man is still in the hospital after being shot twice.
The co-founder of Pixar has taken a leave of absence after a report saying that he made women in the workplace feel uncomfortable. His name is John Lasseter, and he allegedly had a reputation among employees for grabbing, kissing, and making comments about physical attributes. Now, according to recollections from an unnamed Pixar employees in a Hollywood Reporter article, that article is called John Lasseter's Pattern of Alleged Misconduct, and it was published the same day as his announcement of his leave of absence. He has not directly commented on the story. Meanwhile, amid allegations of sexual misconduct, Senator Al Franken is receiving support from dozens of current and former female staffers of Saturday Night Live. Last week, Leanne Tweeden, a morning news anchor in Los Angeles, alleged that Franken groped and forcibly kissed her without her consent. And today, 36 current and former female SNL cast and crew members are standing up for Franken, saying that his apology was genuine and he should be forgiven.
In the world Game of Thrones, justice is swift, and for the man accused of hacking into HBO to leak episodes of the series, prosecutors say winter has come. On Tuesday, the FBI announced Iranian national Behzad Masri will face charges of extortion and computer and wire fraud as soon as they are able to arrest him. According to the indictment, the 29-year-old sought to extort HBO for $6 million worth of Bitcoin.
Did you say winter has come?
Well, it certainly feels that way, and it may look that way in some spots.
Let's turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue for our update on the forecast heading into Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we have a couple of 50s in the 7-day, or near 50-degree temperatures in the 7-day. I want to start with Local 4 Storm Pins. This is a free app that you can download. Great for weather when we've got big weather events happening, sort of a social media approach. And we're also using it for our beard umbrella giveaway. And take a look at this picture. A couple of things. This is Nancy Campbell in Macomb. She says, beard awesomeness, my brother, brother-in-law, and son. And then look at this guy. Does this not look like George W. Bush with a beard?
Oh, it's like George and Santa mixed together.
Yeah, that's an awesome picture there.
George W.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then another beard I want to show you down south in Monroe County here. And this comes to us from Carlton, Michigan. And just Jeff 70 showing off his mustache goatee. Thanks very much, guys. We're going to be announcing our winner here coming up shortly for the big Shed Rain Vortex Vent Umbrella. It's pretty awesome. 31 at 8 a.m. for us today, 35 at noon, and only 37 the high. But we'll get more and more sunshine through the late morning and afternoon. Right now under clouds, we have upper 20s and low 30s, feeling like teens and low 20s. Anybody driving north today is going to drive into some pockets of snow that could be a little bit slick along I-75 or some of the side roads up north, Gladwin, Grayling, seeing that a little closer to the source of Lake Michigan. Lake effect snow showers there. We're getting flakes and flurries through 9 or 10 o'clock. Eastern seaboard is seeing some trouble today from rain, maybe a minor delay if you're traveling east, D.C., Philly, over into New York and Boston, but nothing major there. Tomorrow we're waking up and along Woodward Avenue should be around 30 degrees. So we need a couple of layers. Clouds in the morning, and then during the Lions game, more and more sunshine for your Thanksgiving. But the parade looks good, looks dry. The winds will not be real strong. On Friday, the winds do pick up, trying to warm us a little bit. Near 50 on Friday, and then Kim again Monday and Tuesday next week.
All right. Well, thank you for that report, Brandon. Now I want to let you know about the roads this morning. It's been a pretty quiet morning. However, we have picked up an accident over on the eastbound express lanes of I-96 right at Outer Drive here. The right lane is blocked. However, traffic volumes are a little bit lighter than normal today because people may be taking an extra day off this holiday week. So we're not seeing much of a delay here, just a little bit of a slowdown. But again, it's not really going to affect your commute too much. Just something to keep in mind. Now, I do want to show you the roads with our 1-800-CALL-SAM-CHAPTER shot. Here's a look at I-75 right at the Rouge River Bridge, and here's a look at how those traffic volumes are looking today. Not that many people out there, so conditions are looking good in this area. Over to you.
All righty, Kim, thank you. At 6:48 and in good health this morning, overeating on Thanksgiving, it's kind of a given. You know it's going to happen. But so is that uncomfortable feeling that you get after you have engorged.
Yeah, when the regret starts setting in. On this Wellness Wednesday, our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to explain what really happens when you overeat and the mistake that can make it even worse.
Thanksgiving only comes once a year, and we know you want to enjoy all of those special foods. But what really happens when your stomach is pushed to the limits? Well, it pushes back. The turkey, the stuffing, and delicious side after side after side. It's not hard to understand why we tend to overindulge on Thanksgiving, but all that overeating can leave us suffering the consequences. So what's going on inside? Well, as your stomach fills up, it stretches, and that puts pressure on your other organs, and it creates that uncomfortable overfull feeling. Now, your stomach and intestines also fill with gases, adding to the pressure. And that gas, well, it needs to be released, often in the forms of burps. Now, some people also experience heartburn. That's caused when acid in the stomach moves into the esophagus, causing irritation and pain. So your body tries to prevent overeating by sending hormone signals to your brain telling it to just step away from the table. But unfortunately, that message takes about 20 to 30 minutes to arrive after most of the damage is already done. To make matters worse, people have a tendency to want to lay down after a big meal, and that's a big mistake. Staying upright or even taking a stroll will help your body digest all that food more efficiently. It also makes it less likely that you're going to get heartburn. Some people find a cup of coffee may help ease that uncomfortable feeling as long as you don't have it with another slice of pie. So if you do overindulge, try to get back on track the next day. A healthy breakfast and a lighter lunch will help you feel better, and it'll leave a little room for some leftovers later on. Have a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. Back to you.
All right, Dr. McGeorge.
Or just find yourself a nice pair of sweatpants and pull up to the table. Get her done.
Well, speaking of Thanksgiving, we are only one day away now from our favorite day of the year around here, America's Thanksgiving Parade presented by Art Van.
Yes, make sure you wake up with us tomorrow morning for Local 4 News Today for live coverage of the parade. We're starting an hour and a half later tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m., and we cannot
Yes,
wait.
our live broadcast will continue all the way until the start and finish of the parade.
Yeah.
So wake up with us tomorrow.
This is the best time of year in Metro Detroit, you know?
Oh, it is. It's going to be beautiful. Wake up with us, but come down and see the parade in person. It's
Live in
definitely worth the trip.
It is 6:51, and still to come, we've got today's beard winner of the day.
Yes, we do. Also, today's stories to watch for, so don't go away.
Sky 4.
We continue to follow breaking news this morning after a U.S. Navy plane crashes into the Pacific Ocean just off the coast of Japan. So far, 8 of the 11 passengers on board have reportedly been found alive, but there's no word yet on the remaining 3.
Our stories to watch for. We are expecting to hear a guilty plea today from former USA Olympic and MSU gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar. Nassar is charged with 15 first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges, in addition to 7 more charges from another county.
Tensions are high at the University of Michigan as students and faculty clash over the request from white supremacist Richard Spencer to speak there on campus. The students feel that it would lead to an unsafe environment, but university officials say that they can't discount the freedom of speech. No decision has been made just yet. Jason?
Today on ClickOnDetroit.com, remembering David Cassidy, the 70s teen heartthrob, lost his life after a battle with dementia. We've got a great look back at his career on the entertainment page at Click On. Plus, preparing for America's Thanksgiving Parade. We have your complete guide from the best places to watch, the stars you'll see, and more. That's on the homepage at Click On. And looking for something fun to do? Check out the Thanksgiving Eve parties happening across the D. That's on our In the D page. We will see you back here live 9:15-ish on Facebook, and then on Live in the D at 10 a.m. Back to you.
All right, Jason, it is cool outside as you step out there. 31 degrees, feels like 21. These northwest winds are 13, bringing in a few flakes and flurries. If you're driving north, maybe a little bit heavier across central and northern lower. 37 today, but we are going to get into some afternoon sunshine, cool sunshine, and it'll be right around 30 degrees at the parade tomorrow morning to start, and clouds turning to sun throughout your Thanksgiving, Kim.
Oh, very nice indeed. Okay, well, expect some slowdowns over on I-96, the eastbound express lanes right at Outer Drive. We do have an accident blocking your right lane. This is a semi-accident, so expect slowdowns.
All right, it's that time. We want to see who our Beard of the Day winner is that wins this $100 umbrella. And the winner is
David Wilk from Dearborn Heights.
Nice.
He gets the $100 Shed Rain Vortex Vent umbrella, and he says he was doing chemo last year for colon cancer and lost most of his beard, so he grew the beard back, and it just keeps going.
when he beat the cancer. So congratulations to you, David, on being a cancer survivor.
Absolutely.
And I'd say that nice goatee look looks really good. Kind of a modern looking Santa.
Yeah.
Pull it off. Yeah.
Have a great day, everybody, and
Yes.
we'll see you tomorrow.